Welcome to this exam review from Birdsy, your AI-powered study partner. Be sure to like and subscribe for more exam prep videos. Let's get started.
Let's start with a review of general disclosure principles. Required disclosures. What is the primary purpose of required disclosures in real estate transactions? Is it A, to increase the sale price of the property? B, to provide transparency and protect consumer rights? C, to expedite the closing process? Or D, to comply with tax regulations? The answer is B, to provide transparency and protect consumer rights. The primary purpose of required disclosures is to ensure that all parties are fully informed about the property, which helps prevent legal disputes and protects consumer rights. Which of the following must always be disclosed by a seller in a real estate transaction? Is it A, the seller's reason for moving? B, the presence of a nearby school? C, known material defects in the property? Or D, the seller's financial status? The answer is C, known material defects in the property. Why this question may seem a bit tricky: not all issues require disclosure, but known material defects affecting property value or safety must be disclosed. During a home inspection, a buyer discovers a leaky roof that was not disclosed by the seller. What is the seller's obligation in this situation? Is it A, the seller must repair the roof or negotiate a solution? B, the seller can ignore the issue since it was found during inspection? C, the buyer must accept the property as is? Or D, the seller must lower the sale price by the cost of repairs? The answer is A, the seller must repair the roof or negotiate a solution. The seller must address undisclosed defects, either by repairing them or negotiating with the buyer, as they are responsible for known issues. What information must a real estate agent disclose to potential buyers? Is it A, the agent's commission rate? B, the seller's personal circumstances? C, the neighborhood crime rate? Or D, material facts about the property? The answer is D, material facts about the property. Agents must disclose any material facts about the property that could influence a buyer's decision, ensuring transparency and informed consent. A seller's agent learns of a new zoning change affecting a listed property. What should the agent do? Is it A, ignore the change as it is not yet in effect? B, disclose the zoning change to potential buyers? C, wait for the buyer to discover the change independently? Or D, only disclose if the buyer asks about zoning? The answer is B, disclose the zoning change to potential buyers. The agent must disclose any new information that could impact the property's value or use, ensuring the buyer is fully informed. What is the primary purpose of required disclosures in real estate transactions? Is it A, to ensure transparency and protect all parties involved? B, to increase the selling price of the property? C, to expedite the closing process? Or D, to provide a marketing advantage? The answer is A, to ensure transparency and protect all parties involved. The primary purpose of required disclosures is to ensure transparency and protect all parties involved by providing essential information about the property. Which of the following must always be disclosed by a seller in a real estate transaction? Is it A, all past repairs made to the property? B, known material defects? C, the reason for selling the property? Or D, the seller's financial situation? The answer is B, known material defects. Why this question may seem a bit tricky: sellers must disclose known material defects, but not all defects are material or known, leading to confusion about disclosure requirements.
Notice the code in the corner. When you're stumped by a question, enter it at birdsy.ai for immediate help. Enjoy complimentary study sessions and access to hundreds of additional questions to help you pass your exam with confidence.
Timing and responsibilities. What is the primary responsibility of a real estate agent when it comes to disclosure? Is it A, to negotiate the best price for the seller? B, to disclose all material facts to potential buyers? C, to provide legal advice to clients? Or D, to ensure the property is in perfect condition before showing? The answer is B, to disclose all material facts to potential buyers. Agents must disclose all material facts that could affect the value or desirability of a property to potential buyers. When must a real estate agent disclose a known defect in the property? Is it A, before the buyer makes an offer? B, after the buyer's offer is accepted? C, during the final walkthrough? Or D, only if the buyer asks about it? The answer is A, before the buyer makes an offer. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, the timing of disclosure is crucial and must occur before the buyer makes an offer, not just before closing. Sarah, a real estate agent, discovers a leak in the basement of a property she is listing. What should she do to fulfill her disclosure responsibilities? Is it A, ignore it since the seller didn't mention it? B, fix the leak herself before any showings? C, disclose the leak to all potential buyers? Or D, wait to see if buyers notice it during a showing? The answer is C, disclose the leak to all potential buyers. Sarah must disclose the leak to all potential buyers as it is a material fact that could affect their decision. What is the consequence for a real estate agent failing to disclose a known material defect? Is it A, the property sale is automatically voided? B, the agent loses their license immediately? C, the agent must pay a fine to the buyer? Or D, the agent may face legal action and lawsuits? The answer is D, the agent may face legal action and lawsuits. Failure to disclose can lead to legal action against the agent, including lawsuits for damages. During a property inspection, a buyer's agent discovers a structural issue that was not disclosed. What is the buyer's agent's responsibility? Is it A, ignore it since it's not their listing? B, inform the buyer about the issue? C, report the issue to the seller's agent immediately? Or D, wait for the buyer to notice it themselves? The answer is B, inform the buyer about the issue. The buyer's agent should inform their client about the issue to ensure they have all necessary information.
Finding this exam review helpful? If you haven't already, like and subscribe for more videos that'll get you ready to pass.
State versus federal rules. Which legal principle determines whether state or federal law applies in a real estate transaction? Is it A, Supremacy Clause? B, Commerce Clause? C, Equal Protection Clause? Or D, Due Process Clause? The answer is A, Supremacy Clause. The Supremacy Clause establishes that federal law takes precedence over state law in cases of conflict. In a conflict between state and federal real estate disclosure laws, which law must be followed? Is it A, state law, if it is more stringent? B, federal law, due to the Supremacy Clause? C, whichever law was enacted more recently? Or D, the law that benefits the consumer the most? The answer is B, federal law, due to the Supremacy Clause. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. The federal law must be followed due to the Supremacy Clause, even if state laws are more stringent. A real estate agent in California must decide whether to follow state or federal disclosure laws when they conflict. What should the agent do? Is it A, Follow state law as it is more familiar. B. Follow the law that is more beneficial to the client. C. Follow both laws to avoid any issues. Or D. Follow federal law due to the supremacy clause. The answer is D. Follow federal law due to the supremacy clause. The agent should follow federal law due to the supremacy clause, which dictates federal law takes precedence over state law. What is the primary role of the federal government in real estate transactions? Is it A. Setting property tax rates? B. Issuing real estate licenses? C. Regulating interstate commerce and anti-discrimination? Or D. Establishing zoning laws? The answer is C. Regulating interstate commerce and anti-discrimination. The federal government primarily regulates interstate commerce and enforces anti-discrimination laws in real estate. Property condition. Structural and environmental issues. What is the primary purpose of a structural inspection in real estate transactions? Is it A. To evaluate the aesthetic appeal of the property? B. To assess the integrity of the building's foundation and structural components? C. To determine the market value of the property? Or D. To check for compliance with local zoning laws? The answer is B. To assess the integrity of the building's foundation and structural components. A structural inspection primarily aims to assess the integrity of a building's foundation, roof, and other critical structural components to ensure safety and stability. During a property inspection, Jamie notices that the wooden beams in the attic have dark spots and a musty odor. What should Jamie prioritize to determine the underlying issue? Is it A. Inspect for termite damage? B. Test for mold growth? C. Check for water leaks? Or D. Evaluate for structural weakness? The answer is B. Test for mold growth. Jamie should prioritize checking for mold growth, as the dark spots and musty odor are common indicators of mold, which can compromise structural integrity and indoor air quality. During a home inspection, Sarah notices water stains on the ceiling. What should she prioritize to determine the cause? Is it A. Inspecting the roof for leaks? B. Checking the plumbing system? C. Evaluating the HVAC system? Or D. Reviewing the property's drainage system? The answer is A. Inspecting the roof for leaks. Water stains often indicate a roof leak, so checking the roof's condition is crucial to identify the source of the problem. What is a common sign of foundation problems in a property? Is it A. Peeling paint? B. Squeaky floors? C. Drafty windows? Or D. Cracks in walls? The answer is D. Cracks in walls. Cracks in walls, especially those that are large or growing, often indicate underlying foundation issues. If a buyer discovers asbestos in a home they are purchasing, what is the most appropriate action to take? Is it A. Ignore it if it appears undisturbed? B. Attempt to remove it themselves to save costs? C. Hire a certified professional to remove it safely? Or D. Seal the area and continue with the purchase? The answer is C. Hire a certified professional to remove it safely. Asbestos removal should be handled by professionals to ensure safety and compliance with regulations. What is a common indicator of mold growth in a property? Is it A. Musty odor? B. Cracked paint? C. Peeling wallpaper? Or D. Squeaky floors? The answer is A. Musty odor. Mold growth is often indicated by a musty odor, which is a result of the volatile organic compounds released by mold spores. Which of the following is a potential consequence of ignoring minor foundation cracks? Is it A. Improved property value? B. Significant structural damage? C. Enhanced insulation. Or D. Reduced maintenance costs. The answer is B. Significant structural damage. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Minor foundation cracks might seem harmless, but they can lead to significant structural damage if not addressed, as they may widen over time. Natural hazard zones. Which of the following is a natural hazard zone that typically requires disclosure in real estate transactions? Is it A. Urban development zone, B. Flood zone, C. Commercial zone, or D. Agricultural zone? The answer is B. Flood zone. Flood zones are commonly recognized natural hazard zones that require disclosure due to the potential risk of flooding. In a real estate transaction, which natural hazard zone is often misunderstood as not requiring disclosure? Is it A. Flood zone, B. Wildfire zone, C. Earthquake zone, or D. Industrial zone? The answer is C. Earthquake zone. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Earthquake zones are sometimes overlooked, but they require disclosure due to the potential risk of seismic activity. A buyer is considering a property located in a designated flood zone. What should the buyer be most concerned about regarding this designation? Is it A. The requirement for flood insurance, B. The need for additional building permits, C. The potential for increased property taxes, or D. The likelihood of zoning changes? The answer is A. The requirement for flood insurance. Flood insurance is often required for properties in flood zones, impacting the buyer's financial obligations. Which natural hazard zone is often confused with a zoning designation due to its name? Is it A. Flood zone, B. Earthquake zone, C. Wildfire zone, or D. Landslide zone? The answer is D. Landslide zone. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Landslide zones can be mistaken for zoning designations, but they specifically relate to the risk of landslides. During a property inspection, it is discovered that the home is in a wildfire hazard zone. What is the most immediate action the buyer should consider? Is it A. Renegotiating the purchase price, B. Obtaining a wildfire risk assessment, C. Canceling the purchase agreement, or D. Requesting additional insurance coverage? The answer is B. Obtaining a wildfire risk assessment. Obtaining a wildfire risk assessment helps the buyer understand the specific risks and potential mitigation measures. Which natural hazard zone is commonly associated with areas prone to earthquakes? Is it A. Flood zone, B. Earthquake fault zone, C. Wildfire hazard zone, or D. Coastal erosion zone? The answer is B. Earthquake fault zone. Earthquake fault zones are designated areas that are prone to seismic activity and require special disclosures during real estate transactions. A homeowner discovers their property is in a landslide hazard zone after purchasing. What should they prioritize to ensure safety? Is it A. Install flood barriers, B. Conduct a termite inspection, C. Check for radon levels, or D. Consult a geotechnical engineer? The answer is D. Consult a geotechnical engineer. Understanding the specific risks and mitigation measures for landslides is crucial for safety and property protection. Water, septic, and storage. What is the primary purpose of a septic tank in a residential property? Is it A. To treat wastewater by separating solids from liquids, B. To store rainwater for irrigation purposes, C. To provide a backup water supply during droughts, or D. To filter drinking water for household use? The answer is A. to treat wastewater by separating solids from liquids. A septic tank is designed to treat wastewater by separating solids from liquids, allowing the liquids to flow into a drain field for further treatment. Which of the following is not a common sign of a failing septic system? Is it A, slow draining sinks and toilets? B, unpleasant odors near the drain field? C, a consistently lush green lawn over the drain field? Or D, sewage backups in the house? The answer is C, a consistently lush green lawn over the drain field. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, the options include symptoms that may be misinterpreted. A lush green lawn is often mistaken as a positive sign, but it can indicate septic system failure. John notices his basement is flooding after heavy rain, and he suspects the water storage tank is leaking. What should he check first to confirm his suspicion? Is it A, the basement drainage system for blockages? B, the water storage tank for visible leaks or damage? C, the roof gutters for overflow issues? Or D, the water pressure in the house? The answer is B, the water storage tank for visible leaks or damage. John should first inspect the water storage tank for visible leaks or damage, as this will directly confirm if the tank is the source of the flooding. What is the function of a drain field in a septic system? Is it A, to store excess rainwater? B, to filter drinking water? C, to collect solid waste? Or D, to disperse treated wastewater into the soil? The answer is D, to disperse treated wastewater into the soil. A drain field disperses treated wastewater from the septic tank into the soil, where it undergoes further natural filtration. Emily is considering purchasing a property with a private well. What should she prioritize to ensure the water quality is safe? Is it A, inspecting the well's physical structure? B, checking the well's water pressure? C, testing the water for contaminants? Or D, reviewing the well's maintenance records? The answer is C, testing the water for contaminants. Emily should prioritize testing the water for contaminants to ensure it meets safety standards for drinking and household use. Agency and compensation. Agency relationships. What is the primary duty of an agent in an agency relationship? Is it A, to act in the best interest of the principal? B, to maximize their own commission? C, to disclose all personal information about the principal? Or D, to act independently without consulting the principal? The answer is A, to act in the best interest of the principal. The primary duty of an agent is to act in the best interest of the principal, ensuring loyalty and fidelity in all dealings. In an agency relationship, who typically holds the fiduciary responsibility? Is it A, the principal? B, the agent? C, the third party? Or D, the broker? The answer is B, the agent. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Fiduciary responsibility might be confused with other roles, but it is the agent who holds this duty towards the principal. A real estate agent, Sarah, is representing a buyer in a transaction. The buyer asks Sarah to keep the offer price confidential. What should Sarah do? Is it A, disclose the offer price to the seller to expedite the deal? B, ignore the buyer's request and proceed as usual? C, keep the offer price confidential as requested? Or D, consult with her broker before deciding? The answer is C, keep the offer price confidential as requested. Sarah must maintain confidentiality as part of her fiduciary duties, ensuring the buyer's information is not disclosed without permission. Which of the following best describes a dual agency relationship? Is it A, an agent representing multiple clients in different transactions? B, two agents from the same firm representing different parties. C. An agent representing a client and a third party. Or D. One agent representing both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. The answer is D. One agent representing both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Dual agency can be confused with other types of representation, but it specifically involves one agent representing both parties. John, a real estate agent, is negotiating a sale on behalf of a seller. The buyer asks John to lower the price without the seller's consent. What should John do? Is it A. Agree to the buyer's request to facilitate the sale? B. Refuse the buyer's request and inform the seller? C. Negotiate a middle ground without consulting the seller? Or D. Ignore the buyer's request and proceed with the original terms? The answer is B. Refuse the buyer's request and inform the seller. John must act in the seller's best interest and cannot agree to lower the price without the seller's explicit consent. Compensation and referral fees. What is the primary purpose of a referral fee in real estate transactions? Is it A. To compensate an agent for referring a client to another agent? B. To cover the costs of advertising a property? C. To ensure compliance with state licensing laws? Or D. To provide a bonus to the buyer's agent? The answer is A. To compensate an agent for referring a client to another agent. Referral fees are paid to compensate a real estate agent or broker for referring a client to another agent or broker, typically when the referring agent is not licensed in the area where the transaction occurs. Can a real estate agent legally pay a referral fee to an unlicensed individual for referring a client? Is it A. Yes, if the referral leads to a successful transaction? B. No, referral fees can only be paid to licensed individuals? C. Yes, as long as the fee is disclosed to all parties? Or D. No, unless the unlicensed individual is a family member? The answer is B. No, referral fees can only be paid to licensed individuals. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. It hinges on understanding that referral fees can only be paid to licensed individuals. Paying an unlicensed person is generally illegal and violates real estate regulations. Agent Lisa refers a client to Agent Mark in another state and expects a referral fee. What must be true for this fee to be legally paid? Is it A. Lisa must be licensed in both states? B. Mark must close the transaction within 30 days? C. Both agents must be licensed in their respective states? Or D. The client must consent in writing to the referral? The answer is C. Both agents must be licensed in their respective states. For the referral fee to be legally paid, both agents must be licensed in their respective states, and the referral agreement must be documented. Broker Alex receives a referral fee from another broker for a client he referred. What should Alex do to ensure compliance with real estate laws? Is it A. Return the fee if the transaction fails? B. Share the fee with the client? C. Ensure the fee is less than 10% of the commission? Or D. Disclose the fee to all parties involved? The answer is D. Disclose the fee to all parties involved. Alex should disclose the referral fee to all parties involved in the transaction to maintain transparency and comply with real estate regulations. Advertising and fair housing. Truth in advertising. What is the primary requirement for advertising in real estate to comply with truth in advertising laws? Is it A. Include the agent's contact information? B. Ensure all claims are truthful and not misleading? C. Highlight the most attractive features of the property? Or D. Use professional photography? The answer is B. Ensure all claims are truthful and not misleading. Truth in advertising laws require that all advertisements must be truthful, not misleading, and substantiated. This ensures consumers receive accurate information. In real estate advertising, which statement is most likely to violate truth in advertising laws? Is it A, located in a quiet neighborhood, B, recently renovated kitchen, C, guaranteed to double in value, or D, close to public transportation? The answer is C, guaranteed to double in value. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, the statement guaranteed to double in value is misleading because it promises a future outcome that cannot be substantiated. A real estate agent claims in an advertisement that a property has the best view in the city, but a buyer finds several properties with better views. What advertising principle is potentially violated? Is it A, fair housing laws, B, privacy regulations, C, intellectual property rights, or D, truth in advertising? The answer is D, truth in advertising. The claim best view in the city is subjective and potentially misleading if not substantiated, violating truth in advertising principles. An agent advertises a property at steps away from the beach, but it's actually a 15-minute walk. What should the agent do to comply with truth in advertising? Is it A, correct the advertisement to reflect the actual distance, B, leave the advertisement as is since it's a common exaggeration, C, add a disclaimer that distances are approximate, or D, offer a free shuttle service to the beach? The answer is A, correct the advertisement to reflect the actual distance. The agent should correct the advertisement to accurately reflect the property's distance from the beach to avoid misleading potential buyers. Fair housing notices. What is the primary purpose of fair housing notices in real estate advertising? Is it A, to inform the public about their rights under fair housing laws, B, to promote specific housing agencies, C, to provide financial incentives for home buyers, or D, to advertise luxury housing options? The answer is A, to inform the public about their rights under fair housing laws. Fair housing notices are designed to inform the public about their rights under fair housing laws and to prevent discrimination in housing-related activities. Which statement is true regarding the display of fair housing notices in real estate offices? Is it A, only offices dealing with rentals need to display them, B, all real estate offices must display them prominently, C, they are optional for offices with fewer than 5 agents, or D, they are only required in offices located in urban areas? The answer is B, all real estate offices must display them prominently. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, the requirement to display fair housing notices is often misunderstood as optional or only for certain offices, but it is mandatory for all real estate offices to display them prominently. A real estate agent in a suburban office is preparing an advertisement for a new housing development. What must the agent include to comply with fair housing laws? Is it A, a list of nearby schools, B, the average income of the neighborhood, C, a disclaimer about property taxes, or D, a fair housing notice? The answer is D, a fair housing notice. The agent must include a fair housing notice in the advertisement to ensure compliance with fair housing laws, which prohibit discrimination in housing-related advertising. During a property showing, a client asks if the neighborhood is family-friendly. How should the agent respond to comply with fair housing laws? Is it A, assure the client that it is perfect for families, B, avoid answering the question entirely, C, provide objective information about local amenities, or D, suggest visiting the neighborhood at different times? The answer is C, Provide objective information about local amenities. The agent should provide objective information about the neighborhood, such as amenities or school ratings, without making subjective claims about its suitability for families. Documentation and non-disclosure risks.
Finding this exam review helpful? If you haven't already, like and subscribe for more videos that'll get you ready to pass.
Disclosure documentation. What is the primary purpose of disclosure documentation in real estate transactions? Is it A, to increase the property's market value? B, to inform buyers of known property issues? C, to provide a detailed property history? Or D, to guarantee the property's condition? The answer is B, to inform buyers of known property issues. Disclosure documentation is primarily used to inform potential buyers of any known issues or defects with the property, ensuring transparency and compliance with legal requirements. Which of the following is not typically included in a real estate disclosure document? Is it A, known structural issues? B, past pest infestations? C, personal opinions about the neighborhood? Or D, legal disputes involving the property? The answer is C, personal opinions about the neighborhood. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Disclosure documents often include various details, but not all are mandatory. Personal opinions about the neighborhood are not typically included. A seller is aware of a minor plumbing issue but chooses not to disclose it, believing it won't affect the sale. What is the risk of this decision? Is it A, potential legal action from the buyer? B, increased property value? C, faster sale process? Or D, improved buyer trust? The answer is A, potential legal action from the buyer. Failing to disclose known issues can lead to legal action from the buyer if the issue is discovered post-sale, as it violates disclosure obligations. During a property inspection, a buyer discovers an undisclosed roof leak. What should the buyer do to address this issue? Is it A, ignore the issue and proceed with the purchase? B, cancel the purchase without further discussion? C, request a new inspection to confirm the issue? Or D, negotiate with the seller for repairs or a price adjustment? The answer is D, negotiate with the seller for repairs or a price adjustment. The buyer should address the issue by negotiating with the seller for repairs or a price adjustment, as the leak was not disclosed. Failure to disclose. What is a common consequence of failing to disclose known defects in a property? Is it A, increased property value? B, legal action from buyers? C, higher insurance premiums? Or D, faster sale process? The answer is B, legal action from buyers. Failing to disclose known defects can lead to legal action from buyers who may feel misled or harmed by the omission. Which of the following is not typically required to be disclosed by a seller? Is it A, structural damage? B, pest infestations? C, personal opinions about the neighborhood? Or D, water damage history? The answer is C, personal opinions about the neighborhood. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Sellers often confuse what must be disclosed. Personal opinions about the neighborhood are subjective and not typically required. A seller knows about a leaky roof but decides not to mention it to the buyer. What risk does the seller face if the buyer discovers the issue after purchase? Is it A, legal action for non-disclosure? B, increased property taxes? C, higher resale value? Or D, favorable insurance rates? The answer is A, legal action for non-disclosure. The seller risks legal action for failing to disclose a known defect, which could lead to financial penalties or a lawsuit. Why might a seller incorrectly believe they do not need to disclose a minor plumbing issue? Is it A, they fixed it temporarily? B, the buyer didn't ask? C, it's not visible during inspection? Or D, they consider it insignificant? The answer is D, they consider it insignificant. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Sellers might think minor issues are not material, but any known defect should be disclosed to avoid future disputes.
Thanks for watching. If you found this exam review helpful, be sure to subscribe for more real-world practice and topic-focused study videos. And visit Birdsy.ai to start your free trial of Birdsy, your AI-powered study partner.